All right, welcome everybody to our new coach call, the first one of 2018. I know we have two teams kind of on here right now. Well, we're all really one team. But my name is Ashley. If you didn't know who I am, I have been a coach now for about 6 years. My team is Team Fearless, and this is a new coach call that I run every month. So I do this call 4 times. Every Thursday, we do a new coach call. The first one of the month is just kind of going over the basics, and then there's different subjects each Thursday of the month that we'll go through, and then we'll do the same 4 calls for the new coaches in the next month. So I'm going to talk about that more later. But this call is just the basics, and to get you kicked off on the right start and to answer any questions that you have. So I'm going to go through my notes first, and if you guys have any questions as I go, type them in the chat bar, and I will get them answered at the end of the call, because if I try to answer the questions and go through here, I will get distracted. But I'm here to help you guys with whatever you need. So answer or ask the questions there, then I'll get to them at the end, because I might also answer them as I go through. Okay, so first and foremost, we as leaders on both teams are here to support you no matter what your goals are in this business. So if your goal is that you want to just come in and use the discount and use the products and get into shape and be the best you that you can be, we're here for you. If you want to make a few extra $100 a month, if you want to, just get your supplements paid for, your Shakeology paid for, we're here for you. If you want to grow this business into a full-time coaching business like I have myself, then we're here for you. So whatever your goals are, just know that we're here for you, and there's no pressure to do anything. Like it's all what you want, and whatever you put into this business is what you're going to get at. The next 4 weeks we'll be really talking about coaching and how to run the business. So just know that from here. And you're always welcome on all of these calls, even if you want to just be a discount coach. Okay, so first and foremost is, I know when you become a coach, you get put into all these different groups, and you have all of these things thrown at you. So my first tip for you is to try not to get overwhelmed. I know that you can easily get overwhelmed, but what I'm going to share with you tonight is kind of where you need to put your focus as a new coach. Or maybe you are a coach that's recommitting to your business. Just try not to get overwhelmed. Go with the flow. You're going to hear a lot of information, especially over the next 4 coaching calls and this call. But just remember, you're going to hear this information over and over, and the more you hear it, the more it's going to soak in. So don't worry about learning everything right away. And that's my next tip for new coaches is, don't feel like you have to learn everything before you actually jump into your business, because I think that's a mistake that a lot of coaches do make, is they think that they need to know everything before they even get started, and then that stalls them in getting started, and they don't get started at all. I will tell you this, after 6 years of being a coach, like, I'm still learning new things every single day. You will learn after you start coaching for a while that you have to be a constant student in this business, and that, what did I do? Okay. You have to be a constant student in this business, and it's just something that's going to keep going no matter what, because things change and you have to learn new things, and that's just how it is. So I learned very early that I had to just like to learn new things. And then my other tip with that would be is, when you learn something, put it into play. Whether you hear one thing on this call tonight, like, put it into action right away, because that's a great way to soak everything in. Okay, so a good way to not get overwhelmed, and what I would suggest doing, is to stay plugged into the team page that you're on. This is where you are, if you can check in there once or twice a day, that's awesome. This is where you can go to ask questions. This is where a lot of resources are going to be posted. This is where you are going to be connected with other coaches that are on the same level as you, or leaders that are above you. In my team page, I don't like to say like anyone is higher than anybody else. Like, we're all a team. We all work together. Don't be afraid to go on there and share something that you learned, or share something that's working for you, or ask a question, because sharing all of that, other people are probably wanting to know the answer to that question, or other people might not know something that you know. So we really encourage sharing on those pages and checking in and seeing what's going on and what news is being reported and stuff there. The first assignment I would say is go to the pinned post at the top of the page in the team pages, whether you're in the Team Fearless page or the Team Ignition page. We both have the same pinned post, and if you're in my team page, then I uploaded that, or I added that to, I can't even speak. I added that to the top of the page today. So it's going to give you step-by-step what you need to do as a new coach. And I want you to really go through those steps at your own pace, and do the assignments and connect with whoever signed you as a coach, your upline sponsor, and as you go through it, and let them know what you're doing and how you're doing. Also, in Team Fearless, the file section is full of resources. There is a file section that says training links. I'll tell you what, when I first became a coach, the way that I learned how to do things was basically YouTube. YouTube was my best friend. I just searched on there. There's tons of training videos on YouTube from different coaches, from top coaches and things like that. So that training section in the file tab of Team Fearless tells you basically all of my favorite training videos. And I will go ahead and upload that file into the other team page also, so that everybody can take a look at that. But there's everything from, and don't get overwhelmed with all of this. So take it at your own pace, but getting started as a new coach, to Instagram training, to Facebook training, to challenge group trainings, to what to say to people trainings, it's all there. And if you can't find a training that either connects with you, or maybe you have a question, like, I don't know, you're wondering about something, I am like the queen of trainings, and I can usually find something that will work for you. So just send me a message and I can get you a training to watch. Like, a good thing to do is, like, I always listen to trainings while I'm getting ready in the morning, or like when I'm folding laundry, like doing things around the house, like just add those trainings, to listen to them. You don't necessarily have to watch them. Some of them do have slideshow. I can't even speak today, you guys. It's been a long day. But slideshows to where you can see what they're talking about. But for most of the time, you can just listen to it. So make YouTube your new BFF as far as trainings goes. Okay, so important days and times to remember as far as calls go. Every Monday, corporate puts on what we call the National Wake Up Call. This is at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can either listen to it live. Then the phone number is in your back office, or usually it's posted every week. We usually post in the team pages as a reminder of the wake up call, and the live numbers in there, the recording numbers in there. Or what you can do is, there is a Team Beachbody podcast app that I highly suggest going to. You can go back and listen to all of the old National Wake Up Calls. This is where top coaches come on. They teach you their tips, their tricks, and all of the stuff that's worked for them, and it gives you a lot of inspiration. Whenever I feel like I don't have inspiration in my business, I go back and listen to old National Wake Up Calls, because they really help to build you up, and they also teach you a lot. So every Tuesday night, we have our team calls. These are at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I think we're going to be combining everybody together on the same team call. This is where we're going to come on next week. We're going to start with like a vision board party, talk about how to set some goals and achieve those. I think I said it's at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The calls are recorded, but I highly suggest, if you can get on live, to get on live, because it's different getting on live and being able to ask questions and chat with each other and just connect. But otherwise, there'll be different topics and different speakers and things like that. We're going to shoot for every Tuesday night, but we'll see how that goes. And then, like I said, every Thursday night is the new coach call. So there'll be 4 calls for new coaches each month to go through. And you're welcome to jump on these every single call if you want, or if you just can get on one or whatever. They will be recorded and posted in the team page, so you can watch at a later date if for some reason you can't get on them. So what should you focus on as a new coach? So as a new coach, your main focus is going to be on yourself. Actually, that's our main focus, like no matter where you are as a coach. You really always want to be putting yourself first. This is about you and your journey and being proof that the product works. If you're not following a program, pick a program, follow that. I think a lot of us are probably jumping in and doing an 80-day obsession. But if that's not your thing, you know, pick another one and really show people your journey and share that with them on your social media pages, whether you choose to do Facebook or Instagram. You know, focus on one area and don't worry about learning it all. Like, just get on there and use that as a platform to just share your life with people. You know, don't be a person where you're like posting like corporate pictures of like just Autumn Calabrese and the 80-day obsession, you know, cover or whatever it is, or like a 21-day fix or something like that. Really, you want to do like more of like attraction marketing where people are like, you know, what are you doing? What workout are you doing? You know, I don't usually post what workout I'm doing or talk about that. Like right now I'm doing the 3-day refresh and I'm talking about the 3-day plant-based cleanse that I'm doing. So people are asking me about that. And you want people to be curious on what you're doing. And you're going to get more training on social media also as the weeks go on. Another thing is share your life, share the things that you're into. If you go to my Instagram page, you'll see like right on the front or my description, like the things that I'm into. Even my Facebook page has it. Like I'm into wine. I'm into the moon. We like to go off-road riding. We like to go camping, and you know my kids are in there. So those are the things that I like to share on social media. So really like try to think about like what makes you you, and don't think like, well, my life isn't that exciting, because that's not really you. Everybody is going to connect with somebody different, and you want to connect with people that are like you. So sharing those things are exciting to some people. Think about the coach that signed you up as a coach, and think about the things that you followed them for. You know, it might not be exciting to some people, and sometimes I feel like, oh, you know, this is me posting this isn't that exciting, but people connect with that, and people connect with who I am. So don't be afraid to share your life on there. And I highly, highly suggest making all of your social media profiles public. I know that's a scary thing for people, but the thing is if you want to reach more people, which you need to expand your network, making your profiles public. There is a way on Facebook to where you can make your posts, like different posts, private, and you can make them only show up to different people. So if you were like, you don't want to share a post of your kids to the public, you could make that to only family and friends that they can see that, or, you know, however you want to do it. But I highly suggest making that public, because what happens is when somebody likes your picture or somebody comments on your picture, it shows up to everybody in their newsfeed too. So it really gets pushed out into the Facebook world and allows you to connect with other people. If you want to start a Facebook, I know there's different opinions on this, but if you want to start a Facebook business page or a like page, that is something you can do. I have one, and I do kind of encourage my coaches to start on there, but right now what I'm finding is that unless you're spending a lot of money on there, it's not getting a lot of traction. So don't worry about putting too much time and effort into that. But also, you know, it's something that you could start building, and it will grow as time goes on. Okay. The next thing that you want to focus on is inviting people to join on your journey. I know that it can seem scary, like, okay, I'm just starting out on my journey. I don't know everything. I don't feel like I can coach other people, but that's okay. We aren't here to be professionals. We aren't here to, you know, this is why we have all of the tools that we have. This is why we have the programs we have and the supplements we have and stuff. This is to help people on their journey. So right now, if you're just getting started, my suggestion to you is to really just invite people to come along with you on your journey. Like, hey, I'm going to start this accountability group. I'm doing this program. I would love it if you did it with me. And there's different scripts and stuff in the file section of the team page that you can check out and see how to kind of talk to people, or you can just ask your upline coach how to do that. And like, I always open up all of my groups to all of the teams. So if you have people that want to join in on my group with you, then that's totally fine. I understand how it can feel when you feel like you're just starting and you don't want to get out into your own group first and you're not comfortable with that, totally fine. We work as a team in these groups, so it makes it easy that way. The next thing that you want to focus on as a new coach is personal development. And I know that sounds kind of weird. Like when I first started, I was like, what do you mean I need personal development? Like, I'm fine. I don't need to develop myself anymore. But you will learn that doing personal development is something that is going to be a key thing in your business. And most of the time I find that when coaches are struggling in their business, they're not doing their personal development. And by that, I mean reading different books or listening to them on Audible. I'm not a big reader. I like to do, like right now I have this, I'm doing this, like, I like to do like a daily reader. This is called Love Your Life in 30 Days. It's by Mike Dooley. He's one of my favorite personal development guys, and not a lot of people connect with him, but I do. So like, it's just like little, like each day is just a little thing that I read and then I can journal out. I like books like that, and I have a lot of suggestions for that if that's something that you're looking for, because I can do that like in 10 minutes in the morning. But I don't really have the patience to sit down and read a book. So I use Audible. I listen to a lot of my books. There are a lot of podcasts out there that you can listen to. There are, on YouTube you can go, there's a lot of different channels on there that have a lot of like you can search Tony Robbins on YouTube. There's all sorts of things. And I believe there's even a personal development thread in the file section of the team page. If you haven't noticed, the file section is going to be your other best friend, because there's going to be lots of information for you to go there and check out. But start with something. The Compound Effect or The Slight Edge is a really great book for first-time coaches. Or the third one I would suggest is You Are a Badass. That is a great book to read or to listen to. I've actually read that one. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is Success Club. This is something that I heard this the other day. It determines basically your current success and your future success in your business. Now, what is Success Club? Success Club is kind of Beachbody's way of recognizing us. It's their way of, they give us prizes each month for hitting Success Club. They give us, this is how you earn your trips when you go on different trips. I've been on, how many trips? 3 different trips with Beachbody. I've been to Cancun. I went on a cruise. I went to Punta Cana this year, all for just reaching Success Club each month. And then also the other thing is you get free leads and free customers when you do hit Success Club each month and rank advance to the first rank, which is Emerald rank, which I'll be talking about next week on the new coach call. So how do you get Success Club? What does that mean? Basically what that means is you're helping at least 3 people a month get started on their health and fitness journey with the proper tools, which means either with a challenge pack, you get 2 points for each challenge pack you sell. And not only that, but you earn, depending on which challenge pack you sell, you earn anywhere from $40 to $100 for each challenge pack. So getting people set up with a challenge pack is getting them everything that they need to be successful on their health and fitness journey. And it's also getting you Success Club points and a commission. So that is usually what we get people started with when they are joining one of our groups or as a coach. I'm sure that all of you have joined with that the same. You can also earn 2 points from Shakeology home direct order. So if they didn't want to buy a challenge pack and they just wanted to get Shakeology and they choose to get home direct, then you're going to get 2 points for that. You can also earn 1 point for every 90 PV, which is around $100 value. So if somebody orders $100 worth of supplements and they put it on home direct, you can get 1 point for that. You only can get a maximum of 2 points per customer. So 2 points per customer, and they just changed this, which is super awesome, every 6 months. So if you have a customer that comes on with a challenge pack and maybe they decide that they don't want to stick with Shakeology home direct, and then 6 months later they want to come back on Shakeology and they get home direct, you can get another 2 points, which is totally cool because we used to only get a maximum of 2 points per customer, and that was it. Like, we couldn't get any more than that. Okay, so like I said, that's the best way to help people. It's the best way to have success in your business at the beginning, and it's also the best way to grow your business because it always means that you have new people coming in each month. And getting 3 people to join in with you each month is really not that difficult if you think about it. So the cool thing is there is a program called Success Starters as a new coach. So in your first 3 months as a coach, if you hit Success Club, so if you hit either Success Club 5 or Success Club 10, then you can earn a free ticket to Summit. Summit is our yearly national event where everybody gets together. It is a place for recognition where new products are launches. You get to work out with the trainers live. There are workshops where you get to learn things. There's parties. It's just a really, really fun event to go to. You get to meet everybody that you're seeing on Facebook, which I think that's like the best part is the relationships in this business, because I've definitely met some of my best friends, and being able to go to Summit and meet them and hang out with them for a few days is super awesome. So I look forward to that every year. And if you hit Success Club for the first 3 months in a row, then you'll earn your ticket for free. And that ticket is usually from like $150 to $200, I think. So it's a pretty good deal. And I do have to say that your first month either counts as the month you signed it up in or the second month. So if you signed up on like December 25th, then you can use January as your first month to hit it. So then you would want to hit it January, February, and March. It doesn't have to be the first month that you did sign up. Okay. All right, I'm almost done here. So a few things, just resources that I wanted to throw out there for you guys that you'll want to have in your back pocket is there's an app called BB Links. Definitely download that on your phone because that's going to give you all of your links so if you have a customer that's interested in something, then you can go and get the link for, like if it's for like the 80-day obsession challenge pack, then you just type your coach number in there and it'll generate the link for you. We also now have the Share a Cart on the website, which once you dive into the trainings in the back office, you'll see how to use that Share a Cart. It's super simple. Basically, you log on to teambeachbody.com and you can click coach. And I could go through it later. I'll probably do like a little short video on that. But Share a Cart, and all you have to do is put your customer's name, email address, and exactly what they want, and it'll email them a link, and they can just check out from there. I've been using that for the past month, and I absolutely love it. So the next thing is your coach office. Make sure that you are checking into your coach back office. Check into the trainings. Go through the new coach trainings where it has the first 30 and the first 30 days, or it's like the first 30 hours, the first 30 days. I can't remember exactly. It's all right there though, and that's gonna give you everything you need to know. Also, there's a new section in your back office. Get used to checking in there and just kind of like searching around and learning it. It does take a little while to get used to, but once you start doing that, it'll be easy. But I check into my back office multiple times a day. As a new coach, I would say at least check in there 1 time a day. That's where you're gonna see your orders come in, your customers come in, and all of that good stuff. The next thing is the Team Beachbody podcast, like I talked about already, and then the Coach FAQ. If you are curious about anything, I would go to that FAQ and search whatever you are searching for. Maybe you're curious about like the coach test group with Autumn Calabrese. You could go into the FAQ, search that, and all the information will come up there. If you want to know about Success Club, type it in. All of the information will come up there. But learn to really search on there rather than going to your coach 24/7 asking them a million questions. I don't mind answering a million questions, but that's just a way for you, if I can't get to you right away and answer your question, you can go search and find the answer. Okay, so what else? Oh, there was one last thing I squeezed in there. So along with the, team pages that you guys are already put into, another great resource on Facebook is called the Beachbody Champions page. If you just search Beachbody Champions, it'll come up. You can add yourself in there. This is basically a page that corporate runs. I believe there is like, I don't know, like 50,000 coaches in there or something. And they will run, there will be breaking news in there. They will do trainings. I know last night they did like a new coach training that's like an hour and 45 minutes long. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but there's always great trainings in there and great information that you can go in there and search or ask questions or connect with other coaches. Because that's something that I've learned is everybody has a different way of doing this business, which is totally, that's one thing I love about this is there's not one right way. Like you get to figure out what's going to work best for you. But when you go in there, you can learn different things. You can, say, oh, that looks really cool. I think that would really work for me. So I'm going to try that. That might not work for me. That's okay. But there's lots of information in there. And last but not least is have fun with this business. If you're not having fun, then it's not fun at all, first of all. But, it's just like we're here to change people's lives. We're here to change our own lives. And if we're not having fun doing it, then it just gets stressful and it's just not fun, I guess. But I'm here for you guys if you have any questions or need anything at all. If there is any questions right now, I can answer them for you. If not, I will let you guys go. I'm really excited about the vision board party that's coming up next Tuesday, because like goals and visions and things are like totally something that I love talking about. So if you have any questions, let me know. If not, we will see you guys next week. All right, have a great night. Talk to you guys soon.